When I was 15, so this is way back in the day. Mind you, there was a guy from the yard who used to always pick on me, always try to fight me. For some reason, he had a personal vendetta. And one day, he actually got me good. Like we were outside, and he just sucker punched me right in the face. Not hard, but like, it was noticeable. I had a shiner. I was pissed. I was like, that's it. That's it. I'm done being a pacifist. I'm gonna learn how to fight. Now, my dad, when he found out, he wasn't really too happy about it. But he was like, all right, if you want to do this, let's go to the gym. The only problem is we don't really have any gyms around here. So you're gonna have to travel. And the closest place was about 10 miles away, which in England is like 16 kilometers, something like that. And it was an amateur boxing gym. I ended up going there 3 times a week, training, learning how to box. And one of my first fights ever was at this show at the local community center. I remember because I was so nervous. My hands were shaking, and my dad was like, calm down, son. Just, take it easy. You don't want to burn yourself out. He said, take your time, get in there, see how it goes. And that was the advice he gave me. And it was good advice because I was in no rush to end the fight. I was just getting a feel for it. And to be honest, so was my opponent, because neither of us had actually boxed before. We were both like white middle class kids who had come in off the street to give it a try. And it was 3 rounds. It was a 3-minute round, which in amateur boxing is like the standard. And I remember the first round, we were just feeling each other out. Neither of us really knew what we were doing. And then the second round started, and my coach, he was like, right, let's go. Let's go forward. Let's go forward. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's go forward. And then all of a sudden, he stopped. He was like, oh, you can't move forward. Why? Because you're in a ring. You can't move forward. You have to move laterally. Oh, God. Why didn't he tell me that before? But he didn't. So I was like, oh, well, how do I move laterally? And he was like, later. Come on. So I kind of awkwardly shuffle sideways and throw a punch. And my opponent did the same. And then at the end of the second round, I got cut above my eye. Nothing major. It was just a small gash. But the doctor came in and he was like, are you sure you want to continue? And I was like, yeah, I want to continue. And the doctor was like, okay, but if you get cut again, I'm gonna stop the fight. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then the third round started, and my coach was like, right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go forward. No, you have to go lateral. Oh, God. This is so confusing. And I ended up getting cut again. So the doctor came in, he stopped the fight, and he said, right, that's it. You've had enough. And I was like, but I wanted to carry on. And he was like, no, you haven't got that many stitches. Come on. But my dad, he was over the moon. He was like, you did well, son. I'm proud of you. And I was like, yeah, but I could have done better. But he was like, no, you did great. Well done. Give me 5. And we ended up going out for a Chinese after and celebrating. And that was the end of my boxing career. I never got back into it. But if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't hesitate. I would love to get back into it. It was great fun. It was a great experience. And if you're ever thinking about it, I highly recommend it. It's a great workout. You get fit. You learn self-defense. What more could you ask for?